So I think we've already announced it, right?
Yes, we just did.
I'm sure nothing's been on social media. So we've acquired Tyler Toffoli today in exchange for a 2022 first-round pick that has some conditions attached to it, a 2023 fifth-round pick, unsigned prospect Emil Heineman, and Tyler Pitlick. So first off, want to thank Tyler Pitlick. It's Tyler's a good man. He's a good player. It didn't go well for him here, and there was some injuries. He got injured right in really the first game of training, or the first shift of the preseason. But he's a good man. He's a good player, and we wish him all the best. It's exciting. We're excited to bring in Tyler. It's a Stanley Cup winner. To me, he's a top six forward in this league. He's a proven scorer in this league. He can touch every part of the game: 5-on-5 power play, penalty kill, and with the pedigree that he has, I think he's gonna be a great addition to our team. So it's a good day today.
How did Daryl's relationship with Tyler fit into this trade?
How did Daryl's relationship with him?
Yeah.
Well, Daryl's had him, right? So he knows him. I think there's a benefit. Two things I would say to that, Kristen. We tried to get out in front of it, and for a lot of reasons, most notably, if you look back at deadlines, there's a transition going to a new place. And so giving Tyler specifically more time to adjust and integrate into our group, I think is important. But it makes it more seamless when you know the coach and the coach knows you. There's not going to be a getting to know you phase. It's going to be let's get going right away. So certainly Daryl's knowledge of the player was a factor in the sense that you knew it was, and as much as Daryl knows him, it's been a while ago. Kirk had him last year when Kirk was in Montreal, and then he's familiar with a number of our players. So I think the transition is going to be smooth.
Brad, when a trade gets made this far before the deadline, it's not like this was our third or fourth pick and we got down to this point. What put Tyler at the top of your list?
Yeah, we like him a lot. We've liked him for a long time. He's been a real productive player in the league. He's still a young man. He's right in the prime of his career. I know you guys have heard me talk about this before, but the attraction with him having term left on his contract, you have to give to get in this league. We give up some. You hate parting with draft assets, high draft assets. Emil's a good player. We really like Emil. We went and got him last year. So I think what we gave to get the player shows you that we think it's a good fit and we think he's a real good player.
You've always said that you'll take your cues from your team. I think it's safe to say this is the biggest in-season trade you've made as the GM here. What does that say about what you've seen from your team this season?
Yeah, you're right, Derek. We've got a long ways to go yet. But you do take your cues from the team, and the players have done their job. It was time for me to do mine, and part of that is giving them some help. I think if you ask any player, they like their team, and when you can give them some help, I think that's well received. But certainly the way they've been playing and the way we've been playing, I felt it was time to give them some help.
As far as the timing goes, how important is it to get ahead of it instead of getting into the craziness of trade deadline?
Like I said, I've never been a huge trade deadline guy, right? A lot of it, mostly on the rental market. But Berkey and I used to talk. It's the equivalent of 5 lane. It's like rush hour traffic. It's 5 lanes merging into one. The closer you get to it, so if you can get out in front of it, that's a preference of mine. Now it's got to make sense. There's pros and cons, right? In today's world where you look around the league and everybody's at the cap. So where you see it now, I think years ago, there was more people get out in front of it. With caps, everybody's at the cap, so the longer you wait, the more you accrue. So that's a piece of it. But we felt this is a player we certainly targeted. The deal came together, and we got it done.
Brad, Tyler's had some really successful seasons, offensively speaking, and I know that, with this team, goal scoring hasn't been an issue right now. What's the expectation for him? Or is there one? It's hard to, expect maybe a player to have.
Well, I expect him to come in and be a good player. I mean, that's what he's been his whole career. The goal scoring gets talked a lot, and he's one of those guys that he just has that gift, right? Some people need 4, 5, 6 whacks. He usually needs 1. But what doesn't get talked enough about Kristen is his all-round game. He's one of those guys. To me, he's a top 6 forward in the league. He's on the teams he's played on. He's been a top penalty killer. He plays both wings. Plays the power play. Touches both sides of special teams. You look at you look at the data on him too when you dig into it. The ability to drive play. Shot volume and also shot suppression is strong. I mean, so yes, he's made his living because he can shoot it in the net, but he does a lot more, and so that's what excites me. So I expect him to come in and be a real good player. He's excited. He's excited about where our team's at, and know that we got a lot of work ahead of us, but I think he's excited to get into a playoff. He's excited to get into a playoff race.
Can you talk more about that conversation you had with Tyler after the deal was announced?
Well, yeah, it was good. I mean, I've been chasing Tyler Toffoli going back to my days in Phoenix, his draft year. I remember interviewing him. We had dinner in his draft year back in Phoenix, and it was quick. The life part takes over. Like he's spinning a little bit. His phone's buzzing. He's got a wife and a family that, you gotta kind of figure all that out. He's going to be, on a plane tonight, and he'll get in here tonight. So, we caught up quick. Told him we're excited to have him. We'll see you here tonight.
Just with the border rule, or not the border, I guess, but do you anticipate him to be in the lineup for Wednesday's game?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. But this just happened, so that's Daryl's call. He'll be here tonight, and he's in Montreal. They were at home, so he doesn't have to cross any borders. And they played back to back, I think, this weekend. We'll talk about that later on today, but we'll get him here and go from there.
Brad, how much do you like the fact that you're able to add like this and nothing from kind of your regular roster here the last couple of months goes out?
Well, I think that's a big part of it, Pat, is when you we're trying to add to our team, right? So the challenge. So the challenge with this deal at this time, a month ahead of the deadline, is again, you wait, you accrue more space. There was some cap flex that you had to kind of go through here, but we felt we wanted to get the deal. We didn't want him going anywhere else. Getting him here now is important, and nobody walking out the door is, like I said, when I say nobody, Tyler. We like Tyler. It's just been a rough go for him. So adding without subtracting was important.
Brad, can I just jump on Derek's point about, what you wanted to add to your team, what it meant? where your team is right now. Like, it's important probably for you to not disrupt the chemistry balance, and Tyler already has built-in chemistry with so many guys. Is that a part of what you are anticipating with him?
Yeah, I mean, chemistry is important at the end of the day too. It is important. Getting good players is more important. I think you get good players, they'll find chemistry. But you got to be careful too. Like, people say played with Sean Monahan. Well, they were a lot younger back then, right? So I think, to me, it's fit. Where's the role? Where's the fit? You don't have people sort of stacked on top of each other. I think it gives us options. But, yeah, you're conscious about not disrupting things, but at the end of the day, get the good players and they'll figure it out.